This is about people who go, well, okay, I got my French brie. I'm going to get some cheddar. Well, I say instead, if you're not going to get your hands on the great Grafton cheddar that's cloth wrapped from Vermont, or you're not going to get your hands on farmhouse English cheddar from Somerset in England, opt instead for a Dutch cheese that's an aged Gouda. Because they have that slap across the face that you so enjoy from a cheddar, but they have so much more nuance. They're like Scotch whiskey and fire and honey all at the same time. They just go way past most cheddars that you ordinarily buy. So opt for these aged Goudas that are called Beamster, they're called Old Amsterdam. They're brilliant.
And it's Gouda, not Gouda.
Yeah, but that is
delicious.
Gouda.
Gouda. That is fantastic.
Oh, they're marvelous.
They're really, really, really yummy.
You'd serve that with a dark beer or a red wine?
Yeah, that's where you want to bring out your stouts and your ales and your porters and your Guinness and your bigger red wines that are more jammy.
Right.
Because they don't need to
nice
be, you
little
don't need to
Sicilian
cut
grape
through
beer,
that
the Nero
creaminess
d'Avo.
with them. That's where you really can make some great beverage choices.
A little Nero d'Avo, delicious.
Yeah. I like my wine and my stout and my beer and my ale a little bit chilled. I don't go for a room temp red wine, and I certainly don't go for a beer unless it's going to be toothacheingly cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like a little chill, especially on a Nero d'Avo, too.
I find myself dropping an ice cube in my wine.
Which is the opposite to your cheese, right? Like you actually want your cheese to be tempered, which means taken out of the fridge for how long before you serve?
Got to be a half an hour.
At least half an hour.
If your room is, this is a cold room.
And I know,
like
because once we turn the stove on, it gets so hot so quick.
Yeah.
But
so
at
you
home,
need an hour in a room that's this cold, but a half an hour in any other room's plenty of time.
Yeah, and I think lots of times people forget about that. They don't give the cheese.
They serve cold cheese, and that's just anathema.
It's also a really great idea for a host or hostess gift. Something instead of wine, bring a couple cheeses to a party.
Cheeses or olive oil is the best thing in the world.
I agree.